that song. So it's pretty cool. All right. Look here, I got to back up. Somewhere I jumped the gun last week. We got to chapter 14, did about 7 verses, and we ain't doing chapter 13 yet. So we're going to back up and finish chapter 13 tonight, starting in verse 7, 8, and 9. I'm going to let y'all read this. I don't know if I'm going to say it all, but maybe. Therefore, all hands will be lipped. Every man's heart will melt, and they will be afraid. Pains and sorrows will take hold of them, and they will be in pain as women in childbirth, and they will be amazed at one another, and their faces will be like flames. And they will be afraid. Oh, behold, the day of the Lord comes cruel with both wrath and fierce anger to lay the land desolate, and he will destroy its sinners from it. All right. During the Great Tribulation, this is back in 13. We've been talking about Babylon. And during the Great Tribulation, God again will use all his power, and he's going to destroy Babylon. Okay? And he's going to judge these people with, as he did way back in the past. Tribulation is a time of great travail, and this travail identifies the great tribulation to come, and also the thing is going to be that in that tribulation, that's going to all be gone. Now look, you're thinking about Babylon, and you're probably saying, well, hey, isn't Babylon already destroyed it? Huh? Well, yes, it is. But there's coming another one, and this one's headed for a wreck too, okay? Number 10. For the stars of heaven and their constellations will not give their light. The sun will be darkened in its going forth, and the moon will not cause its light to shine. All right, this is a prophecy that's been made. And also, if you will look at Matthew 24 and 29, I didn't put that down, did I? Neither one of them. Okay, well, that's all right. In Matthew 24 and 29, and also in Revelations chapter 8, verse 12, it reads the exact same thing as this does. So this is prophesied 3 times in the Bible that these things are coming, that this destruction is coming to Babylon. So we know it's true. If it says it once in the Bible, listen to it. If it says it twice, pay attention to it. And if it says it 3 times, change your life to make it work, okay? Verse number 11. I will punish the world for its evil and the wicked for their iniquity. I will halt the arrogance of the proud, and I will lay down the haughtiness of the terrible. You know, I will punish the world for their evil. Well, y'all may not notice it really that much, but you should if you watch the news at all. Our world today ain't doing nothing but moving steady towards judgment, okay? As bad as we're trying to help fight it, you know, as bad as in the movements of the Lord, man, they're helping, you know, and they can't do nothing but good. But, I mean, you look at the whole world scene, we're on that downhill slide. So it's coming, okay? And it's coming one way or the other anyway. We just need to realize that. That's what this whole thing, that's what Isaiah's telling us. You know, everything it says back then is good for today. Number 12. I will make a mortal more rare than fine gold, and a man more than the golden wedge of Ophir. It talks about being more than that gold. You know, he said that he's going to make us, he's going to give us some value. We're not going to make it, but there's going to be that some have value, and some of us have a greater value, and especially the folks that know Christ, because Christ dying for us gave us a greater value, okay? But still, those folks who are doing wrong, they ain't going to make it. They're just not going to make it. He's very plain about that in all this. 13, 14, 15, and 16. Therefore I shall shake the heavens, and the earth will move out of their place in the wrath of the Lord of hosts, in the day of his fierce anger. It shall be as a hunted gazelle and as a sheep that no man takes up. Every man will turn to his own people, and everyone will flee to his own land. Everyone who is found will be thrust through, and everyone who is captured will fall by the sword. Their children also will be dashed to pieces before their eyes, and their houses will be plundered, and their wives ravished. It ain't going to be good. Y'all hear me? It ain't a good time for Babylon and all this. Tribulation will be a time of worldwide destruction when no flesh would survive except the fact that God's going to preserve, and he always says he's going to reserve a little remnant for himself. So, but I don't think it's going to come from Babylon. It's going to be somewhere else. Because from what I'm reading about this, that's the total destruction. One more time. 17 and 18. Behold, I will stir the Medes against them who will not regard silver, and for gold they will not delight in it. Also their bows will dash the young men to pieces, and they will have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eye will not spare children. Y'all notice a common thing here? Everybody's going. Men, women, children, everybody, you know. And you ask, who are the Medes? Well, Media and Persia joined together. It was make a mighty nation, and they overthrew Babylon. Now, Isaiah is telling us of the soon and immediate future, saying who's going to destroy Babylon. So there's destruction coming to Babylon from more than just one avenue. God's going to let people destruct and destroy him a bunch. Then he's going to come in there and he's going to mop everything up, okay? So they're just, it don't look good for them at all. Verse 19. In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldeans' pride will be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. Well, I hope y'all all remember that story. All right? Prophecy being fulfilled here. This is what this is about. The greatest kingdom ever on this earth is gone. I mean, and that's Babylon. Babylon was the greatest kingdom ever. I mean, Macedonia was a great empire. The Egyptian empire was a great empire. The Roman empire was a great empire. And even at one time, Great Britain was considered to be a great country. But none of them exceed what Babylon was or is going to be. The beauty of the Chaldeans, excellency, and God busted them. They thought that Chaldean thing, they thought that everything was good and cool. They could do whatever they wanted to, but they got busted. Just like Sodom and Gomorrah did. What happened to them? They got annihilated, okay? And so that's what it's telling us that this is going to be like. You know, a great city, and nothing was ever rebuilt on that old site where Babylon used to be. There's nothing there. It's just ruins, and nothing's ever going to be there, okay? This new Babylon is going to be in a whole different place. Nothing's going to resurrect where Babylon was, okay? I mean, except it won't be a city like Jerusalem. It's like Rome. Rome was destroyed, but it was rebuilt. German cities were bombed out during the wars, but like Frankfurt was completely annihilated. It wasn't nothing but dust and rubble, but it all got rebuilt. But God said never again to be inhabited. It will be rebuilt in the future, but again, not where it once was. So Babylon represents confusion. And the new Babylon will be a big deal. It's going to be a great commercial place. It's going to be a great religious place. It's going to be a great, political center of the world again. But it's still ain't going to make it, okay, as great as it's going to be. Verse number 20. It will never be inhabited, nor will it be settled from generation to generation, nor will the Arabic pitch tents there, nor will the shepherds make their sheepfolds there. So see, there was nothing going to happen there. The ancient site of Babylon was on the river Euphrates. It flowed right through it. In this scripture right here, from time to time, they've done some excavating, whatever you want to call it there. And they hired these Arabians. They had these Arabians that would come in and work during the day. And they had a big camp right there beside it. At night, those Arabians wouldn't even stay in that camp. They would leave because of the scripture right here. Because it said they wouldn't inhabit it, they wouldn't pitch a tent in it. So they went way away from there, to even stay. So I'm glad at least somebody's listening to something God had to say. Superstitions, as God said, they would never be there, and these people wouldn't even stay there, okay? And verses 21 and 22, and we'll finish 13 up tonight. But wild beasts of the desert will lie there, and houses will be full of owls. Ostriches will dwell there, and wild goats will caper there. Now, that's just talking about that's when we're talking about all these animals. I mean, you may think they're in the zoo, but over there, they just used to roam in the desert like that, And so they would just take up residence in these places. And it says that also in these places, that satyrs would dance there. And satyrs are demons, okay? And so in the future, like it said, it's going to be a great center on earth. But also, it's going to be the place where the Antichrist resides, the man of sin, to rule there. It's going to be destroyed again as before. And it's going to be another accurate testimony of the prophecy that's going to be fulfilled, and God's going to judge it, one more time. It's kind of like you feel sorry for all that stuff, but it's kind of like us. God always tells us, if you do this, I'm going to do this. If you do this, I'm going to do this. And guess what we do? We go and do this. So you can't look at them and say, oh, man, they're slow learners, because evidently we're all pretty slow learners about a lot of stuff, okay? So that kind of gets us caught up over what I skipped over last week. I apologize for that, but, hey, it's just the way things are in my world right now. But we'll get it all back on track. So anyway, that finishes up on our Bible study tonight, y'all. Thanks for everybody tuning in and being with us. And if we can do something for you, y'all give us a call. Come see us on Wednesday nights, have a dinner with us, and in Bible study, come see us on Sunday mornings, and be here for our praise and worship and for our time of church. So y'all come see us.